What's up, you guys? Silva here, and I'm going to teach you the best and pure beginner F2L. All cases. I'm going to show you the actual beginner F2L instead of using intuitive F2L thing, because that's actually quite hard. So this is a technique of how I used to do F2L when I was a beginner. Well, actually, I still am a beginner. How I first became sub 30, it's because of this very helpful beginner F2L thing I used to do. I just called it a bad Mephisto. So here's the beginner F2L. So let's say you finish the cross, and you're going to solve all the corners, but it has to be unoriented. So let's say this corner right here, red, green right here, and you're only gonna do it, put this in without putting the white in here. So let's say in this part, I'll just put the red in the side, like that, and that's your completion to all the corners. That's how it's supposed to be like. So like this one, take it out and put it in, but unoriented. So like, if you have this case, you know, as a beginner, this is an annoying corner case. So instead, you could just put it right there. Okay, red right here. Whatever your sledge or something like that, if you're used to. And after that, you solve your edges just like this. And it's very fast to do. And I'm going to show you all the cases for this, which is only like 10 cases. For one, that's edges that are outside, edges that are inserted, with the corners unoriented, like that. And so I'm going to show you the one with corners on the left, the white side on the left, and with edges. So this one is on the left. So if this white is on the left and this edge is on the left, now when you find edges trying to put it in here or something like that, the bottom of the edge piece has to connect with the centers. Remember that. So like if it's like this, it's wrong. It has to connect with the centers. So let's say if I'm doing orange and blue and I find this edge right here, it has to connect with the center. Okay? So if this white is facing left and this is in the left side too, you do this algorithm, which is, all algorithms are actually pretty easy. If you know sledgehammer and sexy, then you're good for this case. You just do double sledge, which is pretty easy, like that, and it solves this F2L pair. Okay, so it's just R, F, R prime, F prime. Okay, so doing this F2L case is pretty fast, and it was like that. If this is on the left, the white piece is on the left side, but this edge is on the right, so since it's in the blue side, instead you're going to do kind of a sexy, but instead of doing this way, you're going to go to the opposite. So it's going to be R, U prime, R prime. So what you're doing is you're going to pair these two up, but instead of doing this, you're just going to rotate this way and put this here. Since these are opposite, and that's going to pair, and you just put this back. And then you just insert it like that. Okay, so it's like this, inverted, sexy, then insert. That's all you do. Alright, so if this white piece is on the right side this time, and you have your edges on the right also, you're going to face this way, and you're going to do double sexy, which is just RU, R prime, RU, R prime. And that's actually how it works. See? Just double sexy. And pair it in. Like that. If you're this way, just do a double sledge. Okay, but if it's this way, just double sexy. That's how easy it is. Okay? Now, if the white piece is on the right side, but the edge is on the left side, you're just gonna take this up and take it out and then put this back down. So it's kind of like sexy and then sledgehammer I mean not sledgehammer, hedge slammer, which is inverse sledge. So it will be F, R, F prime, R prime. Okay. Okay, so when you have this case where this corner is unoriented, but this edge follows to be with the corner and then it just solves itself, you're just going to do R, U prime, R prime, which splits them up, and then you're going to U prime again, so just do this again, R, U prime, R prime, U prime. So it's just going to be, it's always going to be U prime, like that. And then R, U, R prime. It's like sexy but without the ending of the U prime. Instead, you're just gonna do U2 and then insert. Okay, so taking this out and then turn again and then lift this back, put this here, put this back again, U2 and then insert. Okay. If it's in this case where the corner is on the right side, the white is on the right side, and this is also inserted correctly for some reason, R, U prime, R prime, this time a U. So it's gonna be like inverted sexy, but as in like the U and the U prime switch, so it would be R, U prime, R prime, U. Okay, like that. And then you're going to do R, which would lift this piece right here, lift this edge, and it's, since these two are opposite, it's going to pair like that. So it's going to be R, U2, R prime, and then you can just insert it right there. So again, R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime, and then insert. Like this. Okay, so if you have a corner on the left side where the white is on the left side, but this one is also inserted, but it's flipped. So I think this is the best case. It looks very annoying, but believe me, wait until you learn this algorithm. It's just R, U prime, R prime. So you can do that. And then just like the algorithm for the last layer where it's more like this, we have this line right here. Just like the last layer alg, it's just F, sexy, F prime. And that's how you solve that part. That's the same thing you're going to do. So R, U prime, R prime. Oh wait. Yeah, R, U prime, R prime. We're going to do F, sexy, F prime. So like, imagine this is just a yellow line. Like the last layer. F, sexy, F prime. And that's it. And then you just pair it in, just like that. Okay, so we're going to do this again. It's flipped and it's on the left side. You're just going to do R, U prime, R prime, F, sexy, F prime, and then insert. Just like that. If this is on the left side, like this, there is no good way to do on this side. You usually have to flip it on the other side. So you have to kind of like rotate-ish, unless you're very advanced with F2L. But just to make this easy for you guys, if it's on the right side, the white, then you have to just rotate right here and do a lefty. So you do L, U, L prime, then F prime, lefty sexy, and then F again, and then just insert. like that. That's all you need to do. You insert this, and this is inserted for some reason, and you want to take this edge out. So let's say you want to take a edge or a wrong edge out, and you still want this to be rotated still. What you're going to do is you're going to take the corner out, so it's sexy, and then sexy again, and there you go. The white will flip, but that's alright. Okay, so it's just double sexy. There you go. If the white piece is on the right side, then you're gonna do inverse sexy twice. And that will take the edge out, and you'll still have this rotated, but the white will be flipped. Okay? And then you can solve it for there on. And there you go. And that's how you do Beginner F2L. That is pure Beginner F2L. And it's faster than the intuitive one, where you have to like do all sorts of these F2L, and you have to do this intuitive thing, and it's just very hard for beginners to understand, or not to understand, but to do while speed solving, because I've been there, and to be honest, intuition sucks as a beginner. See, if you have pairs like this, you don't have to just do that. You could just immediately pair it up like that. Okay, just pair it up like that. And it's faster like that. And then afterwards, you could just go ahead and do that. And then double sexy, and then sledge. And there you go. And so that's it. I highly recommend using this Beginner F2L. It is much easier and faster than the intuitive F2L. Believe me. I might have to show you some F2L cases that I highly recommend you guys to learn as tricks. So here it is, in case if you have pairs like this. So if you do have a pair like this case, so let's say you have a pair right here. I don't want you guys just to do this, because then you'll miss out doing something easy on this case. You would just move this here, and then sledge, and then insert. Okay? If you have this case where this corner needs to be right here, but it's flipped, I mean this edge is solved, but it's like a flipped pair, just do triple sexy. And that's all you need to do. If your pair is right here, and it's across from here, then you're just going to face this way. You're going to put this at the block right here. So you will do R prime, and then you can do F, which will make it pair to here. So you can do U, and then F prime, R prime. And that solves this pair. And this camera needs to focus. If you need this pair to be right here, if you're good at using IMs, then it's faster. So you would just do IM, U2, M prime, like that. If you can't use IMs, then you could go ahead and do this alg, F2, and then you do L, F2 again, L prime. That's it. Okay. If you have this case where it's flipped but it needs to be right here, you can put this right here, and then do sledge, and then do a U2, and then you could do this insert, which is L, L prime, U prime, L. There you go. If you have this case where you have this flipped pair right here, but it's in the opposite and it needs to go right here, you can move this right here, move this corner right here, and you could do R2, U prime, R2, oh wait, yeah, R2, U prime, wide U, R2, then U prime wide, or wide U prime, and then bring this back, and that would solve this pair. Okay? Yeah. And then you go on from anywhere else to that point. Alright, that is it for this tutorial of Beginner F2L. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this really increases your time and very helpful. Please like this video if it really helps and subscribe. So see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.